Then Tiffany wanted a scene.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead. Have your scene
When
in parallel
Cassie
to
went to
this.
go make her phone call, Tiffany watches her, wait till she hangs up from the phone, looking defeated, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
We'll go over. Look, I get the caution. I do. I don't like this idea much either, but they'll be fine. Fern counts me as being resourceful.
It's not that they're not resourceful or not capable or anything, but to willingly put them in a situation like this where literally no one knows what could happen.
We were
It's
in a
just not
coma.
it's just not
We
something
didn't
I
see
want to
that
do.
coming.
Just because we didn't see things coming in the past, just because we got through them, it doesn't mean I want to willingly expose Fern to that.
Yeah, and I have that issue with you as well, but at the same time, my mother henning him or helicopter parenting or however you want to look at it isn't going to help you.
So are you expecting him to grow from this? Is
I
that what
hope
you're
so.
wanting?
I
To
really
grow into
do.
what then?
A well-rounded Pokemon. The same thing any parent should want for their kids.
Fair enough. I mean, to each their own, I guess.
What
I'm
do you
not
want
gonna
for
I'm not
Fern,
gonna pull out.
if I can ask?
I just want Fern to be happy, I guess.
And I want you
I
to
mean,
be
I know
happy.
that's a tired, cliched answer, or whatever,
Do you
but
have any idea how heartbroken I was after the contest? You was devastated.
yeah. No,
Do you have
no
any idea
one.
how worse I felt Chase was the one to comfort him and not me?
I'm sure you comforted him too, right?
Yeah, after the fact. I should have been the first. I've
So you're
always
making
been the
up for it
first
then?
until now.
You're making up for it then by sending you off?
I want him to be able to take care of himself. It's not good for him to be 100% reliable on me because I don't know what's going to happen to me.
So if something were to happen to you,
You're my backup for a reason. Pats her shoulder.
and yet here we are having. Is it fair to call this an argument?
Yeah, I guess so.
So why, on that note, would you pick me? Of all the other people here.
Well, like I said, you feel the most stable out of everyone. You actually have a day job. You know what you want to do with your future.
So she will scoff a little bit at that and shake her head, but she'll say, so why are you so against this?
Because he's my cuddle pedal. I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want to lose him in the web.
Of course not.
He's never been away from me besides the coma. He's... pauses, thinks about it. He's gonna be turning 3 pretty soon. Where he should be emotional-wise for a Grimer, he's a little behind. He's still clingy to me. And up until now, I haven't had a problem with that, but after having met everyone, saw everyone's bonds with their Pokemon, maybe I'm not being a good trainer for him.
Different people will obviously treat Pokemon differently, depending on what they expect of them. Obviously, as you know, there are the contest goers. Obviously, there are the fighters. And I don't really fit into either of those categories.
No.
I mean, I never expected to have a Pokemon in the first place. Fern just kind of fell into my lap one day.
Same with me and you, actually.
It's not that I regret it at all, you know. At first, sure, we didn't always. Well, I didn't always appreciate her, but by this point, the thing is, I care about Fern, and I just, as much as I imagine that with our group, everything will be fine. It's just hard thinking about the case where it might not be.
Yeah, I know.
And if that were to happen, I honestly don't know. I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I'd react to that.
I don't either.
So we're just leaving it kind of to chance, aren't we?
I'd prefer to think we're trying to help them. That's... Again, my parents sent me off to school. We lived in the middle of the country. But they trusted me to go to the bus and come home every day, and I was fine. Well, until high school, and that's another story.
I mean, my parents never exactly sent me off to find any kidnapped child.
True.
But
very true. Then again, they're also not technically children. It's the weirdest leap of logic sometimes in how I deal with them.
just a bit, because weren't you just calling you your kid?
I know! I don't even know when
Proud
I
mother.
started doing that.
So yeah, I'll go through with it. Like I said, we're gonna go on our own adventure trying to find that plate, and
Fine.
we're sending them off.
Yeah.
And I do trust Fern. I just worry. So
I worry too. Just so you
Yeah.
don't feel that you're alone or you were railroaded into this.
well, I do feel it was, but she
Understandable.
made her choice. She made her
And
choice.
so did
in it.
you. And with that said, I am going to start stress grooming all of them. Yes. Because I need to do something other than sit here and worry.
Honestly, I get that.
Starts digging in her bag for her groomer's kit. Fern, sweetie, want to get brushed? Okay. Starts heading back toward the table where Molly, Madison, and Nevi are.
Were you about to say something, though, Shay?
I was gonna say not for the scene, but I wish Remy was there at that point when the brush came out to like pet Fern, because I would have like tucked between Fern and the brush.
Could have
So that-
still been at the diner.
You can still do that, but
Yeah,
Tiffany will groom you all, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're
This
just starting
happened
with
at
the
the
best
same
one.
time as Cobblestone. Then I figured it was they were two separate scenes happening.
Yeah.
So and so there was a mention on the chat where does Remy spy on Chase and Cobblestone, and I hadn't considered that, but he absolutely would. Absolutely stick
So
around.
do
good,
you?
Remy.
Yes.
Does Remy?
Yes.
All right, so Remy will spy, and I'm assuming that... Actually, have Remy roll a perception,
Sure.
please.
Actually, while I'm thinking about grooming, she would want to groom all the Pokemon before they went in, so if you have any training features you'd like to apply, now would be the time to do it. If not, I have a few from my character sheet I could use.
Was that any training feature?
Ones you have.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Training or orders.
I'm gonna tell Remy that you overheard the conversation between Cobblestone and Chase. Remy did, so he heard that. Cool.
I was just gonna say, like, once like Remy comes back after the conversation, I'll be like, "So, how much do you have?" And make a telepathic link.
Everything.
Surface thoughts.
Everything.
You get a sense of everything from the surface thoughts.
Good boy.
He starts,
Oh,
he starts doing his little prance.
oh, you two. You guys are all gathered at the police station, and you are going to be in a relatively decent-sized room. And I'm sorry, not Molly. Madison is going to be on her laptop computer, and she there's also a PC, another computer with a desktop PC, which again is used for specifically storing Pokemon. And she's connected her laptop to that PC, and she's typing a bunch of stuff. And then finally she turns to the group, and she says, "All right, so as I said, while you guys are inside, there are two devices that we're going to be able to give you. One is a device that would be able to help track Rotim down once you get within a vicinity of him while in the network. And the other one is a communicator. Technically, each Pokemon can only carry one item, so you'll have to decide who's going to carry the communicator and who's going to carry the signal, the tracking device."
Well, Bullet's big enough to carry either one of them. I mean, what do you guys think?
Probably not you. He has a habit of sinking things into his body. Actually, don't know if that affected or not. Looks at Madison like, would it?
I feel like
I don't
Bullet.
think so.
I feel like Bullet would be a good choice.
The communication device might not work as well inside of his body, though. And I would think that I think it would also probably interfere with the tracking device too.
So I think that kind of leaves my Pokemon off the table for that job. Sorry, guys.
Maybe communication with Bullet, tracking with Fern.
Yeah, Molly will take the communicator and put it inside one of the saddlebags.
Okay. So yeah, so even though Bullet has the saddlebags, effectively he can carry one item effectively. But I mean, the saddlebags can still store other things. It's just not
And they
considered a held
are.
item for him. Yes. And Fern will be able to carry the other item, which is the tracking device, which means that the other 6 Pokemon are welcome to have a held item if they want to have a held item when they go into the PC.
No, I'll give Remy a potion.
R.I.P. Acrobatics.
Okay. And Madison will then tell, or I'm sorry, Officer Nevi or Rookie Nevi will say, if you guys need to communicate with us, we'll be able to hear you, I guess, from this machine, and I can try to translate. Sounds good, Madison says. So are you guys ready?
Looks at you. You got this, Pedal?
U will take Tiffany's hand and look up at her, and he's a little bit nervous, but he's also resolved.
Oh, you're gonna be fine. Actually, does you have his apron on today?
He has it inside him.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Out of character, is the communicator, no, the tracker, aesthetically, could that be like a collar or something? What were you thinking?
Yeah, that can be a collar.
Because I was thinking a held item, obviously, like Fern wouldn't be able to hold it, so.
Yeah, it would. A collar works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, Cassie will take that, get down on one knee and, pat it like, all right, Fern, come here.
Yep. I won't lose it, I promise.
So yeah, she'll be putting it on and say, all right, girl, so, this might be dangerous, right?
I'll do my best to protect them.
Right. You'll do your best to protect everyone, won't you?
Nods.
Good. Now, if you get thirsty, Bullet's saddlebags have plenty of water, and I've snuck in plenty of berries, so if anyone gets hungry too, by all means.
I thought I can only have one held item, she says as she cocks her head. Can't understand that, but she looks confused.
Maybe Nephew translates.
So just stick with everyone else, okay? Don't wander off. Don't be a little hero.
Like points, puts the paw on you, and then looks over to the other humans.
Roll a command.
What are you trying to say exactly?
That's a good question.
She's kind of make sure you stay with them too. Don't do anything dangerous.
Aww.
She says that she wants you to stay with them as well.
Oh, is that Nevi?
Yeah, Nevi will tell Cassie. She says that she wants you, Cassie, to stay with the rest of them as well.
Right. She'll perk up and glance back at Nevi and say, seriously, that gift is amazing that you have.
Thanks. Tell that to my mom.
I did. And then she'll look at
Your mom?
Fern again.
Oh, yeah, I don't normally advertise it, but yeah, my mom is she's Governor Kearney.
Oh, okay. Well, if you met my parents, it's surprising how well adjusted I am. Hugs her. It's be okay.
Before we go in, I should mention that there's also a sturdy rope in one of Bullet's saddlebags also, just in case.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
putting it in the chat. Tensile strength of 225 kilograms, 330 hit points, 20 damage reduction.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
Cool.
Just might be useful.
Anything else that you want to put in Bullet's bag, because this is the last chance to put anything in his bag?
We
Not
got
putting
water,
into a
rope,
Bullet's bag,
berries.
but Tiffany goes back over to you, takes off her necklace with 3 roses on it. Sweetie, give me your wrist.
He's surprised and he holds it out.
Starts looping it around, clasps it. This is my necklace. My mom made it for me before she died, okay? Keep it safe and come back to me.
Ooh stares at it, and then he looks back at her and he, nods.
All right.
And out of respect for it, he doesn't absorb it into his wrist. He leaves
Thank
it
you.
on the outside.
Oh, she would fish it out afterwards if he had, but still.
Okay.
Nevi, if they finish before we get back, you're watching them, right?
Of course. Absolutely.
All right. If you like salty foods.
Got it. Salty.
No, we'll just go down to Remy and go, okay. Just keep yourself and everyone else safe, but just be cautious, okay? Don't play the hero if you don't have to. Be strategic and just be very careful, okay? And here's a potion. I don't have any sweet little keepsakes or anything, but hopefully this potion will help you get it. I don't know if it works on the computer, but...
Remy will look over at Lux when Noir says, be careful and be strategic. He'll look at Lux and then nod his head. And then he'll take the potion and put it into Bullet's pack.
Good boy. I'll miss you. And then she'll go to Cobblestone. Be good. There. There's going to be food waiting for you when you're out.
Okay. All right. So in order to go into the PC, the Pokemon will have to go into Pokeballs. And then the Pokeballs get connected to the PCs, where they will then get stored into the computer. Now, out of character, how many here, to your knowledge, has ever been stored in a PC?
Never for Remy. Not Remy.
Never for you. Who else
Sorry.
has anyone have or have not ever been stored in a PC, as far as you believe?
I don't think Bullet has.
You don't think Bullet has? Okay.
I don't think Remy has either.
Oh.
I
So
just thought
nobody
so.
ever been
I
stored in a
think-
PC.
I think
Thought Lux.
Fern would have briefly at the beginning of their relationship, but then I think Gil would have driven Cassie to bring her back out.
Okay. I think Fern, while she was with the boss, probably would have been stored at some point. So you know what it's like. It's like, again, going into deep sleep. And you don't really sense how much time passes, because you're basically in a stasis, pretty much. Okay. So I guess Fern's the only one.
I think Lux might have been also a underboss since
That's true.
They do have a
Lux
connection
probably
there.
Has. Lux probably does too.
he does not like it, but I get to be awake this time.
Yes. Okay. So you guys get into your Pokeball, and then Madison will store you guys into the PC. A few seconds will pass, and you will start to wake up, come out of your stasis. And when you wake up from your stasis, the world around you looks very weird. You feel weird, not painful. Nothing's painful. It's just something about this world is really off. It just doesn't. It feels strange, and you might feel a little disoriented, maybe a slightly dizzy. It'll wear off over time, but the thing about being in this digital space is that there's a lot of random visions around you, mostly in the form of ones and zeros. You might see like electrical currents going around. You are inside what looks like a transparent capsule when you wake up. A transparent capsule. If anyone wants to try to do something, you may.
Get out of capsule.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is everyone individually in a capsule?
Everyone is individually in a capsule.
Lux wants out of capsule.
And calls out.
What does that do?
General or basic struggle attack to get out. I actually have
Okay.
struggle attack. Yes, I do have it written down. It's just physical or the other one?
I think it's physical. It's
Okay.
struggle.
Yes. Unless that has a really high evasion. 30 damage.
Yeah, I mean, you'll do a struggle, and then the capsule, once you impact it, will pop open.
This is what it looks like when I was here last time. Neat.
You can emerge. Go ahead.
Is everyone okay?
Does he hear her inside the capsule?
It's muffled, but you can.
I'm fine.
But yes, you can.
Goes over. She'd help out. You got it.
I'll try.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that if you guys try to physically get out of the capsule, you'll be. It's not gonna be super hard to get out.
Okay, so just a struggle would do it.
Yeah, struggle would be fine. And when you emerge, you will find yourself in a squarish area, and the area is divided up into rows and files. So there's like a whole bunch of capsules in rows and files. Out of character, if you've ever been through the Pokemon storage system, you know that the Pokemon storage system is divided up into boxes. So you're effectively in a box right now, and you can only fit a certain number of Pokemon in a box. None of the other capsules, other than the 6 of you, is populated. This is all. You're all just in one box, but only 6 of you are in this box.
So is it a literal box in the sense we see like floor, the walls, the ceiling?
Yeah, but it's semi-transparent.
Well, Bullet's gonna try to fly up then.
You'll try to fly up, and then you'll hit your head, bonk,
Aw.
on the ceiling of this box. Bonk.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so yeah, he'll recoil a bit from the hit and give himself a little shake and then fly back down like,
Yeah, but we can't get out that way, it looks like.
This is really strange, Gobblestone says, looking around as his eyes seem to be adjusting. This is really strange. I don't know if I like being in here very much.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try this other wall.
How about we not try walls?
Can we just...
What?
Can we ask that computer lady what to do?
Don't we have a tracker thingy?
Oh,
We just walk around? How do we get out?
I have the communicator.
Ask her if we can get out. If there's any like good ways to go.
Okay. Should I just start talking?
Yeah. Assuming they don't
guess.
hear us already.
Computer lady.
just wait for a response.
You hear a response coming from the communicator, and it's Nevi's voice, and she says, "Yes, what? Could you repeat that again?"
I said computer lady.
I'm basically translating for Madison, so just tell me what you want me to tell her.
Oh, okay. How do we get out?
They want to know how to get out. You can hear Madison's voice, a little bit more distant, say, "Okay, so good. That means the transfer occurred properly, and you guys woke up, which is good. That only took a few seconds, so you might feel a little bit of disorientation and nausea. And right now, it looks like you guys are inside of the storage box. So to get out of the storage box, things in there probably will manifest themselves into maybe like a panel or something. see if you could look around and see if you can find anything that you might be able to interact with in some way, and that should let you transfer yourselves to the other box and maybe eventually outside of this specific storage cell.
Ooh is he hasn't said anything since he emerged from his capsule, and he looks around at them and he goes vomits right on the ground.
Gets backwards. Your owner just cleaned this.
Okay.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Come on. You're fine.
So we need to find something, right?
Seems like.
Computer
Okay.
lady?
Yes, what's the question? Nevi asks.
Yeah, if we do anything in here, do we have to clean it up?
They're asking if they do anything here, do they have to clean if they do something here? Well, try not to disturb the network as much as possible. I would say if you're able, technically, stuff that you do in there could affect the outside world too. So I don't want to be responsible for anyone like messing up their credit card accounts or anything. So I wouldn't mess around in there too much if I were you.
Okay.
Wait, they could actually do that? Maybe past some firewalls. But
Humans,
like I said,
focus.
All right, you.
they said focus.
Try not to throw up anymore, or you might ruin someone's credit card.
Ooh looks at the puddle of his own vomit and he's like, I wonder what happened.
Well,
No, I also want to
Maybe-
go out of character.
well, maybe we should team up and go in twos to like search for this panel thing.
All right.
Okay.
Split up, gang. You come
No,
with
no, not split up in twos, so we're not alone. If something attacks us.
getting to that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. Did you want to take you?
Okay.
Oh, but Remy's unconscious.
I got Pretty Puppy.
We leave him
Let's
with
go, Pretty Puppy. Jumps on his back.
Remy will go with, Remy will go with yes. If you guys want to do a search, you can use a perception or a technology education, whichever one is higher.
Oh. Would they normally have technology education?
It's part of your skills, so yes. It's a skill, so I would allow that, yes.
Also, remember you have a +2 on skill checks.
And you have, yes, +2.
You were groomed.
Yeah.
All right, so 14 then for you.
Okay.
Sure, because it's funny. Why not?
Okay. Ew. You're going to find on the upper north, I'll say northwestern corner, there does appear to be some sort of panel that you can interact with.
He'll say, cold friend, look at this.
Oh, I see it too. This must be it. Let's go get the others.
So Ooh is gonna use his fingers and just kind of delicately touch around the edge to see if there's anything he can do.
Okay. So you will interact with the panel Ew, and you will see a bunch of letters popping up. It'll start out as ones to zeros, and then it'll auto-translate into readable text. And the readable text says, wallpaper, move, summary, held items, marking, and release.
Ooh looks at them and he says, What are these? I feel like the humans use these, but I don't know what these are.
I think these are letters. I think you did a lot of reading before. Maybe Cobblestone knows how to read.
Cobblestone goes over there and says, I know a few simple words. He looks up and says, alright, well the top one says wall paper. The next one is move. I don't know what the next one is after that. The next one is something items. The next one is marking. And the last one is relace? Relace? What are we relacing? Shoes?
Is everyone together at this point on the Pokemon?
Oh, and I know the one at the bottom. Exit. Exit is what it says at the bottom.
Ah, well that's the one.
Maybe that's how we get out.
Well, let's try it. And he pushes the last one. Exit.
He pushes the last one, and there's this little white glove that appears, like, on the interface, and then the white glove goes down to exit, and then the interface shuts off, like it closes.
Bullet patiently waits the next few seconds.
Did it work? Did we do it?
Has Lux and Remy arrived at this point, or
I don't think so. Lux, what at this point?
has Lux Remy arrived?
Yeah, Lux and Remy can arrive
Okay.
at this point.
Hops off Remy's back.
so.
What are you guys doing?
Exit does mean leave, right?
Just started clicking buttons.
Ah, okay. Good plan. Which ones have we
That
parsed?
buttons. Should we try to move one next?
I can't read nearly as well as humans can.
Better than any of us. That's Cobblestone. Really need to find Dinky after this.
Can we try another
Okay,
command, I guess?
how about we start at the top? Ooh, can you press the first button?
He does.
The glove goes ahead and clicks on the first button, and then the entire area around you. So the entire area around you is sort of like a darkish, like grayish color. Now the entire area around you turns into this warm tropical beach.
This is an improvement.
It's all visual though, not you don't feel like you're at the beach, but it's visual. Visually a tropical beach.
Oh, this is great. None of that sunlight nonsense. I don't know
Cobblestone,
why. I
which
feel
one?
at home.
Cobblestone, which one was the move one?
Move?
Maybe that's like
Move is the one right underneath the wallpaper that we just clicked on.
okay. Should we try that one?
So, Ew was momentarily distracted by all the wallpaper options, but he kind of shakes his head. Okay, focus. So he hits move.
You hit move. The big white glove, appears, picks up Ooh. The white glove picks up Ooh.
No.
What?
And then Ooh gets moved over to the east and disappears into the next box over.
No.
Ooh, you get dropped off into another box, but it's an empty box. There's like all these capsules, but you're by yourself. But you're dropped off right in front of another panel, just so you know.
Guys,
That was awkward.
friends, can you hear me?
They cannot hear you.
Computer lady,
Six buttons.
Yes, what's your question?
we lost you.
They said they already lost one of the Pokemon. What? Hold on.
Hopefully Tiffany's not
Oh,
here.
I see what just happened. It looks like you just moved Ew over to the next box number 2. Ew just has to move himself back to box number 1.
Well, can you tell him that? We can't see him anymore.
Ew doesn't have the communicator. So improvise.
Okay, so if it can move one over, I'm assuming it could move another one over. I go over, tell him the news, you guys bring me back, or I find some way to bring us back. There has to be a panel there, right?
There's a panel there. So you
Yeah, there
just
is a
get one.
panel
Right.
there.
Okay. Reaches up, smacks move button.
Glove pops up, picks up Lux,
Don't like this, don't like this, don't like this.
and then drops you down to the next cell over.
Hey,
The
kiddo.
next,
How you
box
been?
number 2.
Pokemon.
While Ooh was by himself, he changed the wallpaper to like a forest environment.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he's like, well, as long as I was here by myself and waiting, I decided to decorate a little.
You're so much like your trainer. It's scary. Okay, we're gonna use the move button and we're going back over there. You're fine.
Okay. So Ooh recognizes the word move by now, so he'll go and go back.
You guys, if you want to move yourselves
Yeah.
back, you can move yourselves back to box
They
one.
do. I like
Third
this.
Third button. Click.
Can we ask the lady what the buttons do instead of just pressing things?
Nothing like experience.
Remember when we had the conversation of you are not smart, you're pretty.
I'm the smart one.
Exactly.
Pretty doesn't win wars.
Focus, soldier.
You click on the third item, Remy, and more text pops up, which you guys probably won't be able to read at all or very well. And it looks like a whole bunch of like numbers. And I think what Gobblestone is going to try to read that, and he says, "Well, this doesn't really make any sense. I see HP4, ATK5, DEF4, SPATK6.
What does all that mean?
On it?
I have no idea. Oh, human language is weird.
It is.
Well, I don't think we need the item one, so I'll hit the next button.
No. Ask the lady.
Yeah, I like this one better.
Sorry, this is very entertaining. This entire episode is just.
And Remy's like, no, just push the button. Push the
He
button.
pushed the button. He pushed the button.
Oh, God, children. Looks at Gobblestone like, you
Starts
see what I have to work with?
Gobblestone chuckles a little bit.
So yeah, he skipped the held items one.
So Bullet clicks on it, and then this big red star appears, and it's like hovering over his head, a lot like the plum bomb in The Sims. So he's got this star above his head that's spinning around.
I don't think this one does anything.
I don't know, makes you prettier.
No.
Yeah, star in it.
Cool though.
You can look up and see it. Bullet.
Whoa. He's a little distracted now.
Best and brightest.
If Bullet tries to click it again, it turns into a heart.
He'll just sit there.
It turns into a heart, and then it turns into like a circle, and then a square. So like all these things just floating above your head.
That goes with us when we leave.
Wow, this is
Well-
fun. Let's try the next one.
Okay, so
No.
we'll hit the next one.
Bullet's gonna hit the next one, and then when you hit the next one, I want to call it the effect that you get when you teleport in Star Trek, little teleportation Star Trek thing. A beam of light appears around Bullet, and then he dematerializes.
Yeah. Gosh darn it!
To
We
go
lost
first.
him. He had all the stuff.
You're the one who spoke to the lady.
Has all the supplies.
Well,
And the comm unit.
and the communicator, and the communicator.
So I guess we're all hitting that button then.
Remy turns to Fern, and he's like, adventure, and he hits the button with his nose.
Wait. Then Remy like also dematerializes, and then I think there's a big like shock on Gobblestone's face. And he's like, what if we just killed them?
They'll be fine. I'm sure.
You said no. Don't do that.
The next Pokemon's gonna go through screaming.
Oh well. I'll follow them. Poof.
All right, you'll go and dematerialize as well. I don't know about this.
I don't either.
Me neither. But
Fern,
can
is Fern still with us?
Fern left.
Fern left. Okay, we've lost the tracker and the communicator. We're not off to a good start.
Not to mention our best friends.
He's got his best friends with him.
Yes.
I've known Gobblestone for years.
So are you also leaving?
Yeah, I guess we're
Dematerializing.
leaving.
Okay. You will hit the button to dematerialize, and then Gobblestone looks back at you again. He looks very uncomfortable. You is a poison type. He looks very uncomfortable being there, left alone with you.
What's wrong, old friend?
Me? Nothing wrong. Nothing's wrong. I'm just concerned. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can go after them. So he'll go over and touch a few buttons, and then he will dematerialize as well, leaving you by yourself.
Ooh will go to the panel, and first he'll change the wallpaper to the next one to see what happens. Then he admires it for a second.
The wallpaper looks like it's weird. It looks like lava, but it doesn't. It's not hot. It's all visual. It looks like you're in lava, but you're not. You don't feel a thing.
Ooh, pretty friend would like this one. And then he pushes the button and he goes on with the
All
rest
right.
of them.
Okay, so Bullet, we'll say that you're the first to leave. So you're gonna actually find yourself outside of the storage box unit. So you can visually see all of the boxes in front of you, but you're outside of it now.
So do I see
And-
them in their little sprite forms?
You see what? I'm sorry?
Do I see the other Pokemon in their little sprite forms?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yes. And the interesting thing is that when you guys are, I should also point out that this is when you notice, especially when you're outside of the box, when you guys speak to each other, like you hear them just like the 8-bit cries that the Pokemon say when you click on cry on the Pokemon. So that's what you sound like. Digitized versions of, yeah. So, but you can understand what everybody's saying anyway, even though it sounds a little weird. But so Bullet will end up out there first, and what you see around you is, again, tons of like ones and zeros. You can now hear noises from all directions, faint noises from all directions. It's not dead silent anymore. And you just see a lot of different shapes and odd, like, a lot of odd shapes just zipping around all over the place. Letters zipping around all over the place. And there seems to be like these paths that you can walk through, tunnels and paths that you can walk.
Okay. So he'll just be kind of like slowly turning and gazing around and say, "Computer lady, this is Bullet. I have relaced myself."
Something about lacing, I think. I don't know what lacing means, but it looks like one of them managed to get out of the storage system, so I think that's good. At that point, Remy will appear next to you. Bullet.
Bullet, I have also relaced myself.
Computer lady, this is Bullet. Remy and I have relaced ourselves.
I don't think they have shoes. Did we give him shoes? Madison says, I have no idea. Do Pokemon wear shoes? I'm confused. Maybe there's, I don't know. Maybe I'm just mistranslating. This could be possible. Okay, well, whatever it is, just tell me, are you guys okay still? Say yes or no.
Adventure.
Yes, and adventure.
Okay, they seem okay. And then at that point, Fern's going to appear.
You guys aren't dead. Phew, I was worried.
Now I know what to title this video. Okay. Relaced.
Relaced.
Followed by Lux and Gobblestone, and then finally Ew. Well, that was a thing.
Yes. I think I prefer being asleep in here now.
Well, what should we do?
Tracker, track. Let's end this.
Well, do you think I should ask? There are a lot of different pathways we could go.
Nuts at Fern. She has tracking unit. We track. Let's go.
Where do we track? Like, which way? Do we just go everywhere? We have to search everywhere.
You have a device, don't you?
Yeah, I have a little beepy thing, but
We follow
I
the
think this
beepy
place
thing.
is pretty big.
Is that beeping thing for them to know where we are in the system, or where the thing is that we're after?
When you're within the... Oh, yeah, are you asking in character? Sorry.
Yes, in Remy.
Remy's asking in
I
character.
missed the
Sorry.
detail.
This is to find the thing if we're close, but we're not going to be in.
Will it
We
beat
don't know which
faster?
way is close.
But will be beat faster if we get closer?
Think so.
And
Computer
we could be going
lady.
the opposite direction. We could be going the wrong way if we start walking one way without having an
Yes,
idea.
computer lady. I'm trying to. Starts climbing. Bullet. Where is thing on you?
What's your question? Repeat that again.
How does the tracking thingy work?
They want to know about the tracker. How does it work?
We should have asked this before we left.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So once you're within range, it should start to beep. And at that point, the intervals will get smaller, as in the beeping will become faster the closer you are to Rotim.
Okay.
If you
That's what
don't
I
hear it
thought.
beeping right now, that's probably to be expected. You're just not close enough to them.
Okay. Thank you.
So we can't split up.
Then that means we'll all have to go together.
Yeah.
That is what not splitting up implies.
Flying friend, you can move very fast. Why don't we all get on you?
I mean, we could try.
Wouldn't that be heavy?
I'm sure I could do it. I could probably do it. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Yeah.
Yes,
He
get some
will
pouches
lower
and-
himself down.
I'll say that you guys can all get on
Okay.
right on his back. Sure.
Bullet doing work today.
Bullet. So which way are we going? Because you're looking at the paths in front of you. One of the paths curve towards the left, one of the paths curves towards the right, and another path kind of sort of goes down the middle. Maybe a little bit more to the right, but not as right as the right path. So,
I guess we should go the right path, right?
Well, which one's the right path?
I'm
How do we
partial to
know?
left myself.
Don't go the wrong path.
Exactly. We gotta go the right path.
Okay. The right path. Right.
Okay.
okay. Is that what you're doing, Bullet?
After moments of silence, we'll just nod and then yeah, I'll head down the right path.
Okay.
Hopefully the
So
correct path.
It was left all along.
We left the right path.
No, we left the left path behind. We're going the right path. It's the right one.
You will be traveling, and again, the noises around you, you can hear more chatter. It's hard to make out what the voices are saying because there's so many of them. And there's, again, a lot of ones and zeros and a lot of letters flying around. And then eventually, straight ahead of you, Bullet, you see something glowing. And when you get closer, it looks like a wall of fire.
What do you guys think about this?
The wall of fire seems to be blocking your way.
Ice type, do your thing.
Okay. I'll try and powder snow it.
Okay, go ahead and use your powder snow attack.
Nice.
All right. Fern, you open your mouth and you use your powder snow attack. It manifests itself slightly differently. It's a little more digitized in here, but the effects seem to be just as effective. And you manage to manage to freeze off this wall of fire, and the path is opened.
It worked.
Good
Wow.
job.
Good job.
Thanks.
Yay,
guys.
cold friend.
And they'll continue forward.
Okay.
And another credit card is ruined. Although no, we just
You-
brought down a firewall, so
And-
now the viruses are coming in.
And Noir just got another 5,000 credits.
Yes.
You guys travel on, and you will start to pass by another set of boxes to your right. And these boxes seem to be populated by a bunch of Pokemon. Actually, seems to be rather fully populated with a bunch of Pokemon all in stasis. Just as an FYI.
Lux just looks at them like, this isn't right. I don't like this.
I don't hear any beeping.
No.
You should keep looking.
Yeah.
It's a little bit eerie. At least for some of you, it looks a little bit eerie, maybe creepy, because it looks like they're in coffins, basically. All these Pokemon in coffins.
Yeah.
They're just-
The tiny Pokemon sprites in coffins.
You keep going, and then finally reach another fork in the road, and this fork actually has words written in the Pokemon language, not the human language.
Ah,
but the
finally.
Pokemon language.
Something useful.
Yes. The left path says the hive. The right path says paradise. Paradise. The left path says the hive. The right path says paradise.
Then intentional space and everything.
Well, it's just one word. P-A-R-A-D-I-C-E.
Okay.
Oh.
So emphasis on the ice then.
Yes. P-A-R-A-D-I-C-E. Paradise. And the hive. To the left. What do you do?
Paradise sounds fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the code. No offense.
We're looking for an evil person who kidnaps Pokemon. If we are an evil person who kidnaps Pokemon, where would we go?
To the ice.
Paradise.
The hive sounds nice. It has honey.
So, are we going this way? To paradise?
I guess.
Is it the
Seems
right?
the decision has been made.
Is it the right way? To the right was paradise.
I believe it was actually.
Then I guess we're going to paradise.
Okay.
Why are you anti-left?
Remy takes that seriously.
All right. So you guys will then take the path that says paradise, and after a bit of traveling, you will eventually see in the distance what looks like a city of some sort. A city that is, you see that there are snow-capped mountains. Actually, they're hills. It's a hilly place with lots of snow. And the temperature around you starts to drop considerably. And for those of you who are not used to the cold, I'm assuming that it's starting to get relatively uncomfortably cold. Remy's probably going to be okay, but probably would not want to stay here for too long, if he can help it.
He needs to exude more body heat.
Yes. Come on, pretty puppy, heat up.
Okay, out of his ears. That's good.
You can see heads out of his ears a little bit more often.
Because yeah, Bullet
Like,
would be
what's
shivering.
everyone moving? Why is everyone moving away from me?
This feels really good, by the way, for this temperature. This temperature feels very good for you.
This is a nice place.
You keep going into paradise.
I think we should go investigate.
Baby.
Let's see if the beeping happens.
All right, you'll get to the edge of the city, and again, when you get closer, it's visually very beautiful. So again, there's snow all over the place. There's like a frozen over lake. A lot of the buildings are made from blocks of ice, like igloos, and all over this area, to your surprise, are Pokemon. More specifically, ice-type Pokemon are all around this area. And they're just, seem to be going about their business, doing their thing, talking to people. You see several younger Pokemon playing in the snow, throwing like snowballs at each other.
No sign of Glacius, though.
No sign of Glacius.
Okay.
What do you guys decide to do? There seems to be like a big building in the center, which is in the shape of a giant ice castle, like ice palace. In the center, off to the left, there seems to be like a bunch of shops, I guess. And then off to the right, there's like an area where it looks like there's like a tavern of some sort. Or a whatever you want to
tavern.
refer to it as. Pokemon Tavern.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Goo looks around and he says, "This place is amazing, but we can't stay here."
No, we need to move.
Maybe they've seen the
Computer
kidnap.
lady.
Yes.
We
What is it, Bullet?
we found a city in here. It's very cold.
City. City? They said they found a city, a cold city. Cold city? Huh, that's really weird. I don't know, Madison says. I have no idea why there would be a city inside of a network. This is really interesting. Oh, what I would pay to actually be there to experience it myself. Well, we'll take good notes because you're experiencing something no other Pokemon, I'm assuming, has ever experienced before. Certainly no human.
There's Pokemon here, so someone's experienced it.
You gonna say anything to that?
Yeah,
They're not here, right?
there's lots of cold friends here.
There's more Pokemon here. More Pokemon. Oh. Well, that's interesting because Pokemon that go into the network normally are in stasis. I don't think any of them should be out and about and awake like you guys are. Unless they're looking for Rotim too, which I kind of doubt.
Maybe they've seen Rotim. We should ask them.
Yeah, we should. We just don't know if they're friendly or not.
Try talking to them. Maybe you might find out something. As for the cold, I don't know what I can do to help you from up here. You might have to, again, be a little creative to keep warm. Or get out of that city, I guess. So, your call.
Do you know what Hive might be?
I would guess
Hive?
bug types. A bug type city. So Remy speaks. Something seems to dawn on him, and he's like, I think this isn't the city we're supposed to be in. I heard Noir and Cassie talking over something in the morning. They were reading a paper, and there was news about certain types of Pokemon going missing all at once. Yeah, but I can't remember what type that was. Out of character, I really don't remember.
It's electric, I think.
Electric.
Was it electric? Okay.
Electric was the latest one because
You
Rotim
got it.
was
Yeah.
involved.
I think
I think
so.
the
electric.
first one was fairy
Boogie, boogie,
psychic
boogie.
or fairy. Anyway, irrelevant.
I was there too that morning.
Not really.
I think
What
it
is
was
Hark
a-
thinking of?
Electric types.
So Rotim was an electric type. So, and then before that, did some go missing when they fell asleep?
Psychic, I think. I think Chase was reading it.
Do you think there's a city for every type in here?
Could be. Why not?
And maybe they're collecting types. Huh. We should ask them where the electric city is.
I guess let's go in for a cold drink. If for those of you who are less comfortable, maybe I'll go in with with Fern and whoever else that doesn't really feel this. I feel okay. We just need to get some
should light
answers
a
real
fire.
quick.
I feel like I'm slowly dying inside.
Same. I think
Who-
my people were
who
from
says-
tropical places. I don't know why, but
I want to go. I really want to go.
You, as you says this, you're starting to solidify,
Oh god.
and your right arm starts to crack, and it actually breaks off and falls to the
oh
ground.
no.
Okay, we need to get you out here.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Now. Grabs Yu's arm. Okay. Which way are we moving? I don't care, just move.
We
I
should go to the high place. I'd freeze there, maybe.
I think we should ask some questions before we leave. I think we split up just for a little bit. We get some questions, we meet back with Bullet,
Okay.
and we get out of here.
Bullet, you, me, you, tavern. Let's go. Has to be warmer in there.
Oh, I don't know. It's
What if
deeper in
it's
the
colder?
city.
It's a cold city.
Could you leave us your stick with the fire?
I don't know how it works in the digital world, but I'll burn whatever you guys have that's expendable.
Nothing.
I have a tail. Oh wait, no.
I don't want to burn your tail.
Okay.
It's the only
No.
one you have left.
Wait, she had others? Looks confused.
No,
Ew,
I don't
can you
have
throw up
others.
again?
I have one. Wait,
I
no,
could
my
I could
brains.
try. So you,
Oh no. You're giving him an eating disorder.
Oh dear God.
Tiffany is now going to take U to Pearl with her next time.
Bird could always go in alone, and I could always just light up and keep you guys warm.
Okay, let's do that one.
Do you think it's safe for Fern to go in alone?
Oh yeah, she'll be
I'll
fine.
be fine.
I don't feel good
Plan
about
myself
setting off.
better.
I'll go with Fern. I have hoodie material. Jumps onto Fern's back. Go.
Actually, I'm a bit cold. You might get cold if you touch me.
Adjust hoodie material under him. Onward.
As the rest of us clamor around Remy.
So the people who are going into the tavern is Fern and who else? I'm sorry.
Lux.
Lux. All right.
The most social
Fern and-
Pokemon. Unless Gobblestone wants to come. He's invited if he wants.
So you start to when you guys go towards the tavern, several of the Pokemon around you start to take notice, and you can catch some of them gasp a little. Some of the older Pokemon seem to be gathering some of their children aside at the sight of you, and they're not looking at Fern; they're looking at Lux specifically. When you guys go into the tavern, again, this tavern is full of people. The temperature actually drops, and you're actually starting to feel very uncomfortably cold inside this tavern, Lux. But in addition to that, several of the people who are in the tavern stop speaking as soon as they start to notice you there, and they start to stare. All of the ice Pokemon there stop and stare.
I know, she's gorgeous.
Hello. Oh, thank you. You're so nice.
I know.
Well, hello everyone. We're looking for a lost Pokemon. Do you guys know where the Electric City is? Is there one?
The one of the Pokemon in there, which is an Avalugg. Avalugg looks like a icy like Pokemon. Looks towards you and says, "What is that doing here? You shouldn't be here." Ha! And several of the Pokemon around them says, "You should leave now."
Okay, I will be right outside waiting for the pretty lady. Fern?
Hey, don't be mean. This
Fern?
person's a good person. When bad Pokemon were hurting me and my friends, they stood up for us. Lux is good.
Ghost types are dangerous.
I am. I really am. Which is why I will wait outside for my pretty friend. She will ask you questions. It'll be great.
I'm sorry, Lux.
They're not even supposed to be here.
I get that a lot. You'd be surprised. Alright, I'll be right outside. Howl if you need anything. Proceeds to go just outside of door and then turn around and glare at door. Rumbling, stupid ice. Rumble, rumble.